So welcome back everyone. Today we will talking about cube in continuation of last night class. So today is 23rd of October 2020 and I did put some questions on say cubes, like what is 6 cube, what is 7 cube last night. So cubes are nothing but a cube means a is multiplied 3 times. That means a into a into a. That is a cube. So 2 cube is nothing but 2 into 2 into 2. That is 8. 2, 2, 4, 4, 2, 8. So 1 cube will be 1. 1 into 1 into 1. 1, 1, 1. Then 1 into 1 again 1. So 3 cube is 27. That means 3 into 3 into 3. That means 3, 3 is 9. 9, 3 is 27. 4 cube is 64. 4 into 4 into 4. That is 4, 4 is 16. 16, 4 is 64. Similarly, 5 cube. The blank here will be what? Yes, tell me.
125.
Yes, 125. 5, 5 is 25. 25, 5, 125. And 6 cube will be what?
216.
216. 6, 6 is 36. 36, 6 is 216. Yes. 10 cube. What is 10 cube?
1000.
1000. So these are perfect cubes. Like 1 is a perfect cube, but 2 is not a perfect cube. 3 is not perfect cube. 4 is not perfect cube, because there is no number who, when multiplied 3 times, give you 4. Okay, natural number. There is no natural number which when multiplied 3 times give you 4. So 4 is not a perfect cube. 5 is not a perfect cube. 6 is not a perfect cube, because there is no natural number which when multiplied itself 3 times give you 6. So 6 is not a perfect cube. 7 is also not a perfect cube. 8 is a perfect cube. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, because 8 is a perfect cube, because there is a natural number. What is that natural number that when multiplied 3 times give you 8?
2.
Yes, 2. 2 when multiplied 3 times, 2 into 2 into 2 will give you 8. So 8 is a perfect cube. And when we talk about cube root, it will be like, what is the cube root of 8? When we ask that, it will be 2. Okay.
2.
Yeah. Similarly, when we ask what is the cube root of 27, it will be 3. Okay. Unlike square and square root, because when we talk about square root, we said that square root of 4 can be plus 2 or minus 2, because plus 2 into plus 2 will give you 4. Again, minus 2 into minus 2 again will give you plus 4. So square root of 4 is plus 2 and minus 2. Okay, there are 2 answers for square root. But for positive square root, isn't it? And minus 2 into 2, that is minus 4. Okay, but you cannot say that square root of minus 4 is minus 2 or plus 2. No, because the number should be same. If it is minus, it should be minus. If it is plus, it should be plus. And same number. Okay. Now, when we talk about minus 4, there is no natural number whose square is minus 4, because there is no natural. 2 into minus 2 is 4. But they are different numbers. 2 and minus 2 are not the same number. So there is no natural number whose square is minus 4. And that we will talk later in higher classes when we talk about imaginary numbers, because there is no numbers whose square is negative. So yeah, whose square is negative? Maybe root over minus 5. I'm not talking only about perfect square. I'm not talking about only perfect square. Root over minus 5. There is no number where will be minus 5, because if the number is same, that means the sign would also be same. Minus will always give you plus. Plus always give you plus. So square will be always positive number. Okay, but regarding cubes, like say minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. Yeah, it will give you minus 8. So when we talk about cube root of minus 8. Say cube root of minus 8. That we'll talk in higher classes, but let me introduce to you so that you have a clear idea about what is cube and cube root. So root over minus cube root over minus 8. When we ask cube root of minus 8, the answer will be minus 2. Okay, yes. For cube root, there exists. Okay, because when all are minus, the answer will be minus, because cube means we are multiplying the number 3 times. So if it is minus, minus into minus will give you plus, and then the plus and the last minus will give you minus sign in the answer. Example, minus 3 into minus 3 into minus 3 will be minus 27. But 3 into 3 into 3 will be plus 27. So cube root of 27 will be 3 only, not minus 3. But cube root of minus 27 will be minus 3 and not plus 3, only minus 3. So there exists cube root for negative numbers, and you see, so these are 1 and 1 is perfect cube, 2 is not perfect cube, 3 not, 4 not, 5 not, 6 not, 7 not. Yes, 8 is a perfect cube, 9 is not, 10 is not, 11 is not, 12 is not, 13 is not, because there is no natural number, same number, which were multiplied 3 times give you 13 or 14 or 15. But there is a natural number 3 which when multiplied 3 times give you 27. So 27 is the perfect cube. So going on like this, how many perfect cubes are there from the number 1 to 1000? How many perfect cubes are there? Yes, anybody? Yes, please respond.
10.
10, yes. There are only 10 numbers. Even if it is asked in the multiple choice type like questions, if it is asked to you, how many perfect cubes are there between 1 and 1000? Sometimes it may be confusing. Sometimes it may surprise you, the question. But remember, it is 1000. Remember, it is 1000. Sorry, 10. And another question is, how many perfect squares are there from the number 1 to 100? How many perfect squares? I'm asking not cube, but perfect square. Tell me, how many perfect squares are there from the number 1 to 100? You have learned this.
5.
Yes, from 1 to 100, how many perfect squares? I'm not asking perfect cube, I'm asking perfect square. Yes, anybody?
5.
No, I'm sorry. That's not the right answer. I'm asking about perfect square, not cubes.
Oh, square.
If you remember, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, and it goes on like that. Then 10 square equal to 100. So tell me, how many numbers, perfect square numbers, are there from number 1 to 100?
10.
10.
10. Yes, it is 10. Same thing like this as it is in your screen. If it was square, then the number will end in 100. 10 square will be 100. So there are only 10 numbers which are perfect square from the number 1 to 100. Yes, it's the same thing like that. And now the question is, how many perfect cubes are there from 1 to 100? And the question is again for perfect cube, not square. Perfect cubes. How many perfect cubes are there from 1 to 100? Yes?
100.
Yes, from number 1 to 100, how many perfect cubes? are there?
5.
I'm sorry, it's not 5. Yes, anybody other than
50.
Albert? Yes. Yes, how many numbers? How many perfect cubes are
50.
there? Yes, repeat.
50.
20. I'm sorry. How many perfect cubes are there from 1 to 100? You can see there are only 4 numbers: 1, 8, 27, and 64, because 125 is more than 100.
Oh,
Is it
4.
okay? Is it okay? Are you clear?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we will continue. So observe cubes of even numbers. Are they all even? What can you say about the cubes of odd numbers? Yes, tell me.
Yes.
Yes, the cubes of even numbers are even, and the cubes of
Even.
odd numbers are odd. What
Odd.
about square, if you remember? What about square? Yes, tell me. Does this rule obey in square, perfect square numbers?
Yes.
Let's check. 1 square was 1, yeah, odd number giving odd. 2 square was 4, even number giving even number. 3 square was 9, odd number giving odd number. 4 square was 16, even number giving even number. 5 square was 25, odd number giving odd number. 6 square 36, okay, even number even number. 7 square 49, odd number giving odd number. 8 square 64, even number giving even number. 9 square odd giving 81, again odd. 0 ending number. 10 square even number, and it gives 100, which is even number. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes.
Now again for odd number, uh, it gives odd number, and for even it gives even number. You know why? This is because when we multiply odd number by odd number, you will get odd numbers, and when you multiply even numbers by even number, you will get even number. Now for these perfect cubes, we are multiplying 3 times. Let's say 3 cube equal to 27, which is an odd number. Why? Because 3 3s are 9. Because odd number into odd number will give you odd number. Yes. The first and the second, when multiplied together, will ultimately give you odd number because they are odd number. So the result is odd number, and the third number is also an odd number. So the result, the product of the first and the second number being an odd number, when multiplied with again an odd number, will be odd number, because I said that odd number when multiplied by odd number will give you odd number. Is it okay? Are you clear?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I repeat again, like 5 square equal to 125. I said product of two odd numbers is odd number. Okay. Now 5 5 25. It is clear. Yes, 5 and 5 are odd numbers, so 25 will be odd number. Now this 25, which is the product of the first and the second number, is an odd number, 25. And the third number, that is 5 again, is an odd number. So 25 into 5. Now this is again the product of two odd number. So it will be again odd number, 125. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Similarly, it will be like for even numbers. Okay. So we can have a proof here. We can have a proof here. Let us, we know that even numbers are what? Even numbers are what? Define even numbers. Anybody please define even numbers?
Numbers which can be which can be multiplied by 2.
No, multiplied by 2. Anybody can be multiplied by 2. I can multiply 1 by 2. I can multiply 2 by 2. I can multiply 3 by 3. 3 by 2. I can multiply 4 by 2. I can multiply 100 by 2. I can multiply 1501 by 2. What is that? Please.
Sir, number that ends with 02468.
Number ending with 02468. Very near to the answer. I want a very concrete answer.
24680.
Yes, numbers ending with 2468 and 0 are even numbers. Okay. Please improve your first answer, Mr. Vivian. Please improve your first answer. It's very near, but it was totally opposite. Yes, Albert. Yes, George. Yes, Saurabh. Yes. Even numbers are numbers that when divided by 2 will give remainder 0. Am I right?
Yes.
Or we can say numbers which are exactly divisible by 2 are called even numbers. All right? All right?
Yes.
Yes.
Numbers
Yes.
which are exactly divisible by 2 are called even numbers. Or when we can say a number when divided by 2, if the remainder is 0, then that number is an even number. Am I right?
Yes.
So algebraically, we can show that we can express even number like twice n, where n is any natural number. Okay, we can express even number like this form. Okay, and odd number, and then odd number can be expressed like because it is very important that you know this, because when solving equation and algebraic expression also is very required this. So odd number can be expressed as twice n plus 1. The meaning is that here the meaning is that when a number is divided by 2, we get a quotient and a remainder 1. Here if I express even number as twice n, it is nothing but the remainder is 0. Okay, this is about even numbers. This is about even numbers. You try to know this. Okay, this is even numbers, and these are odd numbers. Okay, odd numbers. These are odd numbers. Okay, so you know that number is nothing but suppose by the definition 2 is a divisor. 2 is a divisor. This n will be the quotient and this thing will be the remainder. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes. Yes.
Why? Because we know that in the normal division, we know that dividend is a given number and divisor is a number which will divide the number. So divisor into quotient
Plus remainder.
is quotient and plus remainder. Am I
Remainder.
right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Divisor into quotient plus remainder. This is important. You remember this, okay? So divisor into quotient plus remainder is a number. So if it is an even number, and if by definition for odd or even number, the divisor will be what number? What number is the divisor? What is the number that will act as a divisor in order to define even number and odd number?
2.
2, yes. That's why I put 2 here. It is nothing The form that I have written for even numbers and odd number, like twice n plus 0 or twice n plus 1, is nothing but divisor into quotient plus remainder. 2 is the divisor, n will be the quotient, and 0 will be the remainder in case the number is even number, and if it is odd number, the remainder will be 1. Okay?
Yes.
Can it be
Yes.
other than, can we have remainder other than 0 and 1? Can we have remainder other than 0 and 1 when the divisor is 2? Yes. When we
No.
divide by 2, what are the possible remainders? What are the possible remainders? The possible remainders are only 0 and 1. Okay. Suppose when you divide a number by 3, when you divide a number by 3, what are the possible remainders? When you divide a number by 3, what are the possible remainders?
Zero, 1, 2.
Yes, Albert. What is that you have said?
0, 1, and 2.
0, 1, and 2. Yes, correct. When we divide a number by 3, the possible remainders are 0, 1, and 2. Because when you divide a number by 3, if it is exactly divisible, the remainder will be 0. Like 6. When you divide 6 by 3, the remainder will be 0. When you divide 9 by 3, the remainder will be 0 because 3 3 is 9. Exactly divisible. And when you divide a number by 3, the other possible remainders are 1 and 2. Why? Because you take example, like say 3 divided by 4, 4 is divided by 3, then the remainder will be 1. 5 is divided by 3, remainder will be 2. 6 divided by 3, remainder will be 0. And then 7 divided by 3, the cycle will repeat again. The remainder will be 1. And 8 divided by 3, it will be again 2. When we divide 9 by 3, the remainder will not be 3, but it will be 0. So 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, it will go on. The cycle will go on like that. Goes on like that. Is it okay? The cycle
Yes.
goes on like that. The remainder will never be 3 because it is complete. It is complete. 3 division means what? Let's say, for example, there are 27 oranges and there are 9 students in how. Then if I distribute the 27 oranges, try to distribute the 27 or exactly among the 9 students, then I get 3, the student get 3 3 3 each. That is complete, no remainder. In the basket, suppose the oranges were in the basket, if it was 29 basket, then 2 will be left behind in the basket. That is called the remainder. Is it okay? That is division. That is okay. Is it okay?
Yes.
So for division by 2, the only possible remainders are 0 and 1. For division by 4, the possible remainder will be 0, 1, 2, 3. For division by 5, the possible remainder will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means when, suppose if the divisor is q, if the divisor is d, denominated by d, then the possible remainders will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dot, 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 d minus 1. Okay? If the divisor is denominated by, suppose expressed by d, then the possible remainders will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, dot, 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 d minus 1. Is it okay?
Yes.
So when the number is divided by 2, if the divisor is 2, the possible remainders are 0 and 1. That is how we can express even numbers and odd number. Because if it is even, the remainder will be 0. If it is odd, the remainder will be 1. So let's talk division between even numbers and even numbers. Okay. If it is same even number, twice n into twice n. Twice n into twice n is you can say it is 4n 4n square. 4n square. But yeah, it is 4n square. This is 4n square. Even number into even number. Even number into even number. Same even number. Yeah, it is same even number. So it will be twice n into twice n, 4n square. That means that I can say that all the even perfect, if the number is this is about perfect square. This is about perfect square because these two numbers are same. It is 2n, it is also 2n. Even number into even number. Same even number into same even number, giving a perfect square number. So from here we can say that all perfect square will be divisible by 4. All even perfect square number will be divisible by 4. All even perfect square number will be divisible by 4. When all even perfect square when divided by 4 will give remainder 0. That is seen from here. Because 4n square. That means 4n square plus 0. It is something like that. 4n square plus 0. So when I multiply an even number by itself, that means it becomes a perfect square. So 4n square means n square being the quotient, 4 is the divisor, and 0 will be the remainder. So all the even perfect square number will be divisible by 4. But here, let's talk about, yeah, it is 4n square, but I want to express this in a different way. Instead of writing 4n square, I just want to show that even number into same even number will also be even number. I just want to show it. Okay. So in order to show that, I will write like this, because to check whether it is even number or not, the divisor should be 2 rather than 4. The divisor should be 2 rather than 4. So I'm putting the 2 outside and I'm writing the 2n square and within the bracket. So here you see that, yeah, you see what happened. From here you can see that, okay, from here you can see that it is 2 into 2n square, and this is multiplied by 2n square. So 2n square will be the quotient here, and the its remainder 0. So if this was different number, like say if it is, instead of writing 2n, if I write say 2p, I write 2p, then it will be 2n p. This means there are different even numbers, not same even number, but they are different even number, and so I can express in the form of a divisor of 2, and putting the 2 and p within the bracket, and there will be, the answer will be this much. So this much means it is a product of just 2 number, divisor in the quotient, meaning that the remainder will be 0. Meaning that the remainder will be 0. Okay, so the product of 2 even numbers is an even number. Now let's go for odd number. Let's check whether the product of 2 odd number will always be odd number. Okay, I'm expressing an odd number like this. Okay, I'm expressing an odd number like this. Now I am expressing another odd number it is different odd number because the quotient are different. The quotient are different. The quotient here means n and the p. So these two, 2n plus 1 and 2p plus 1 are different odd numbers. So when they multiply together, when I will multiply first with 2n. This will give you 4np plus 2n plus, now I will start with 1. 1 multiplied to 2p will give you 2p, and then 1 multiplied with 1 will give you what? 1. Now I want that divisor should be 2. So I take the 2 common, then within the bracket it will be 2np plus n and then plus p, but the 1 has no 2 as a factor, so 1 will be left behind alone. So here you can see the form. Within the bracket, this big bracket is a quotient, 2 is the divisor, and plus 1 is the remainder. So when we multiply odd number by odd number, it will be odd numbers. Is it okay? Is it okay? Hello?
Yes.
So we will continue the class further with this. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe the channel and share it to everyone so that knowledge is shared among everybody. Thank you.